You do not hate discipline. You hate the way discipline has been sold to you. You were told discipline means forcing yourself, punishing yourself, waking up miserable, doing things you hate with a serious face, ignoring your emotions, grinding until your body gives up, becoming some emotionless machine that never gets tired, never gets distracted, and never wants comfort. But that is not discipline. That is self-abuse wearing motivational clothing. And that is why most people fail. They try to attack their own brain. They say, I just need more willpower. I just need to stop being lazy. I just need to push harder. Then Monday comes. They wake up motivated. They plan the workout. They open the notebook. They promise to eat better. They delete the app. They write the schedule. And by Thursday night, they are back on the couch, scrolling, ordering food, feeling guilty, and wondering why they cannot become the person they keep imagining. But what if the problem is not that you are weak? What if the problem is that your brain was never designed to love discipline? Your brain was designed to save energy, chase quick rewards, avoid discomfort, repeat what feels easy, protect you from pain. So if you want discipline, you cannot just command your brain. You have to trick it. Not in a harmful way, in a smart way. You have to make discipline feel easier, more rewarding, more automatic, and more connected to who you believe you are becoming. Today, I'm going to show you how to trick your brain into liking discipline. And by the end of this video, you will understand why disciplined people are not always stronger than you. They simply stopped fighting their brain and started designing a life their brain could follow. Most people think discipline is a personality trait. Some people have it, some people do not. Some people are born focused. Some people are born lazy. That belief destroys people, because the moment you believe discipline is something you either have or do not have, every failure becomes proof that something is wrong with you. You skip the gym and think, I'm lazy. You procrastinate and think, I have no discipline. You eat badly and think, I have no self-control. You miss a goal and think, maybe I'm just not that kind of person. But psychology tells a different story. Your behavior is not only a reflection of your character, it is also a reflection of your environment, your triggers, your reward loops, your identity, and the friction surrounding your actions. Your brain is constantly asking three questions. Is this easy? Is this rewarding? Is this safe? If the answer is yes, your brain moves toward it. If the answer is no, your brain resists. That is why scrolling feels easier than reading. Fast food feels easier than cooking. Sleeping in feels easier than working out. Avoiding the project feels easier than facing the possibility of failure. The brain does not choose what is best. It chooses what is easiest right now. So the solution is not to shame yourself. The solution is to redesign the path. You do not become disciplined by hating your brain. You become disciplined by understanding it so well that you make the right behavior feel like the obvious behavior. That is the trick. Before we go deeper, I want you to make a small decision. What is one habit you have been trying to build, but you keep failing to stay consistent with? Working out? Reading? Writing? Studying? Waking up earlier? Eating better? Building your business? Praying or meditating? Saving money? Write it in the comments like this. I'm redesigning my habit of underscore. Not because a comment magically changes your life, but because naming the habit turns it from a vague wish into a target. And if this video speaks to you, subscribe to the channel. Here, we explore psychology, philosophy, self-mastery, discipline, human behavior, and the hidden systems that shape who you become. Welcome back to the channel. This is where psychology meets self-mastery, where discipline becomes design, and where we stop blaming ourselves for human biology and start building systems that make growth inevitable. 1. Make discipline feel smaller than resistance. The first way to trick your brain into liking discipline is simple. Make the action smaller than the resistance. Most people make a fatal mistake. They try to begin with the heroic version of the habit. They do not say, I'll walk for 5 minutes. They say, I'm going to work out for 90 minutes, 6 days a week. They do not say, I'll write 1 paragraph. They say, I'm going to write a whole chapter tonight. They do not say, I'll read 1 page. They say, I'm going to finish a book this weekend. The brain hears that and immediately panics. Not because you are weak, because the starting cost is too high. Your brain calculates effort before you consciously decide. If the action feels big, vague, painful, or demanding, your brain creates resistance. It gives you excuses. I'll do it later. I'm too tired. I need to be in the right mood. I'll start fresh tomorrow. But if the action is tiny, the brain has less to resist. This is why the first trick is not to aim lower forever. It is to start smaller so motion can begin. Because once motion begins, The brain changes. A person who cannot convince themselves to work out for an hour can usually convince themselves to put on their shoes. A person who cannot write a full essay can write one sentence. A person who cannot meditate for 20 minutes can take 3 slow breaths. And here is the hidden power. Starting creates identity. When you do the small thing, you send your brain a message. I am the kind of person who begins. And once you become a person who begins, consistency becomes possible. For any habit you are avoiding, create a version that takes only 10 seconds to start. Do not say, I need to clean my whole room. Say, I will pick up one item. Do not say, I need to study for 2 hours. Say, I will open the document. Do not say, I need to become fit. Say, I will put on my workout shoes. The goal is not to finish. The goal is to bypass resistance. Because your brain often does not resist the task. It resists the beginning. 2. Use the dopamine sandwich. The second trick is this. Put the disciplined action between 2 small rewards. Your brain loves dopamine. It loves anticipation. It loves pleasure. It loves completion. It loves the feeling that something good is coming. Most people try to build discipline by removing all pleasure. They think, if I'm serious, I should suffer. But suffering is not a strategy. If your brain associates discipline with misery, it will avoid discipline. So instead of making discipline feel like punishment, attach it to something rewarding. This is what I call the dopamine sandwich. A small reward before. The disciplined action in the middle. A small reward after. For example, before studying, make your favorite coffee. During studying, use a clean desk, good lighting, and a focused playlist. After studying, mark a visible check on a habit tracker or watch one episode guilt-free. Before working out, play a song that makes you feel powerful. During the workout, make the first part easy enough to enjoy. After the workout, take a warm shower and let yourself feel proud. Before writing, light a candle or open a drink you like. During writing, use a timer for just 15 minutes. After writing, physically close the notebook and say, done. That final moment matters. The brain needs to feel completion. If discipline never feels rewarding, your brain will not repeat it. But when you attach a reward to the habit, your brain begins to think, this is not just effort, this leads somewhere good. That is how discipline becomes emotionally attractive. The reward receipt. After completing a disciplined action, do not rush away. Pause for 5 seconds. Tell yourself, I kept a promise to myself. That sentence is a reward. It creates pride. And pride is one of the strongest fuels for identity. 3. Make bad habits annoying. The third trick is this. Do not only make good habits easier, make bad habits more annoying. Most people try to beat temptation while keeping temptation within arm's reach. They want to stop scrolling, but the phone is on the pillow. They want to eat healthy, but junk food is in the kitchen. They want to focus, but notifications are screaming. They want to sleep earlier, but the TV is one button away. Then they blame themselves for losing. But that is like trying to quit sugar while carrying candy in your pocket all day. The brain follows friction. If a bad habit is easy, visible, and rewarding, it will win. So you need to increase friction. Want to stop checking your phone first thing in the morning? Charge it across the room. Want to stop ordering delivery every night? Delete the food delivery apps during the week. Want to stop eating junk food? Do not keep it at home. Want to stop getting distracted while working? Log out of social media on your computer. Want to stop watching videos until 2 a.m.? Put the remote in another room or unplug the TV after a certain time. This sounds simple, but simple does not mean weak. Most transformation is not dramatic. It is logistical. You are not trying to become a superhero. You are trying to make the wrong action inconvenient enough that the right action becomes easier. The friction flip. Choose one bad habit and ask, how can I make this 20 seconds harder? Only 20 seconds. That is enough. Because the brain hates extra steps. Put the snack on a high shelf. Move the app off your home screen. Put the phone in another room. Leave your wallet away from your desk so online shopping takes effort. The goal is not to eliminate temptation. The goal is to interrupt autopilot. 4. Attach discipline to an identity you want. The fourth trick is deeper. Do not focus only on what you want to do. Focus on who you want to become. Most people say, I want to work out. I want to read. I want to save money. I want to wake up early. But the brain treats these as tasks. And tasks feel optional. Identity feels different. When a behavior becomes connected to who you are, the brain protects it. A person who says, I'm trying to write, can quit. A person who says, I am a writer, returns to the page. A person who says, I'm trying to be healthy, negotiates with excuses. A person who says, I am someone who honors my body, makes different choices. A person who says, I need to study, may avoid the work. A person who says, I am the kind of person who prepares for my future, opens the book. Identity is powerful because humans act consistently with the story they believe about themselves. So the question is not only, what habit do I want? The deeper question is, what kind of person would naturally do this? If you want discipline, stop chasing the behavior alone. Build the identity underneath it. The identity mirror method. Every morning, look in the mirror and complete this sentence. Today, I am the kind of person who underscore. Today, I am the kind of person who keeps promises. Today, I am the kind of person who starts before I feel ready. Today, I am the kind of person who chooses focus over distraction. Today, I am the kind of person who takes care of my body. Then prove it with one small action. Identity without action is fantasy, but action without identity feels like force. Together, they create transformation. 5. Make discipline visible. The fifth trick is this. Make progress visible. Your brain loves evidence. It loves seeing that effort is becoming something. But many disciplined actions have delayed rewards. You study today, but the exam is weeks away. You work out today, but the body changes slowly. You save money today, but wealth builds quietly. You write today, but the project may take months. This delay is one of the biggest reasons people quit. Not because nothing is happening, but because the brain cannot see it yet. So you need to create visible proof. Use a calendar. Every day you complete the habit, mark an X. Use a jar. Every workout, put in a marble. Use a notebook. Every time you read, write the page number. Use a checklist. Every completed task becomes a visible win. This may seem childish. It is not. It is behavioral feedback. Your brain needs a signal that says, you are moving. A visible streak gives the brain something to protect. Once you see 5 days in a row, you do not want to break it. Once you see 20 saved dollars become 100, you want to keep going. Once you see pages stacking up, the identity becomes believable. Progress that you can see becomes progress that you can feel. And progress that you can feel becomes motivation. The proof wall. Choose one habit. Put a visible tracker somewhere you cannot ignore. A wall calendar, a sticky note, a whiteboard, a simple notebook on your desk. Each time you complete the habit, mark it. Do not trust your memory. Give your brain proof. 6. Design your environment like it is smarter than you. The sixth trick is this. Assume your environment is stronger than your willpower. Because most of the time, it is. Your room trains you. Your phone trains you. Your kitchen trains you. Your desk trains you. Your friends train you. Your default settings train you. Everything around you is quietly voting for the kind of person you become. So ask yourself, is my environment voting for my future? Or my excuses? If your phone is next to your bed, your environment is voting for distraction. If your running shoes are visible, your environment is voting for movement. If your workspace is messy, your environment is voting for avoidance. If your friends normalize wasting time, your environment is voting for drift. If your calendar has no protected time, your environment is voting for chaos. You do not need to be ashamed. You need to become an architect. Design the room. Design the morning. Design the night. Design the desk. Design the first 5 minutes of your day. Design what you see when you open your eyes. Your environment should make the right action feel like the natural next step. The lazy brain agreement tonight. Before bed, prepare tomorrow for your laziest self. Not your inspired self. Not your fantasy self. Your tired, distracted, low-energy self. Lay out the clothes. Fill the water bottle. Open the book. Clear the desk. Write the first task on paper. Put the phone away from the bed. Your goal is to make tomorrow's good choice so easy that even your lazy brain can do it. That is not weakness. That is wisdom. 7. Stop waiting to feel like it. The seventh trick is this. Separate action from emotion. Most people wait to feel ready. They wait for motivation. They wait for confidence. They wait for the perfect mood. They wait for anxiety to disappear. They wait until they believe in themselves. But discipline begins when action no longer needs emotional permission. You do not need to feel like brushing your teeth. You just do it. You do not need to feel inspired to take out the trash. You just do it. You do not need to feel passionate every time you show up for your future. You just need a system that carries you when emotion is absent. This is where many people misunderstand discipline. Discipline does not mean you do not have resistance. It means resistance is no longer in charge. You can feel tired and still open the book. You can feel nervous and still send the email. You can feel unmotivated and still put on the shoes. You can feel imperfect and still begin. The feeling can come with you. It does not get to drive. The passenger seat rule. When resistance appears, say, You can ride with me, but you do not drive. Fear can come, laziness can come, doubt can come, bad mood can come, but the action still happens. This changes your relationship with discomfort. You stop treating discomfort as a stop sign. You start treating it as background noise. 8. Make discipline social without making it performative. The 8th trick is this: use people, but do not perform for them. Human beings are social creatures. We are influenced by what our group expects. We copy behavior. We respond to accountability. We want belonging. This can destroy discipline if your environment rewards laziness, distraction, and excuses. But it can also build discipline if you use social pressure intelligently. Find one person who makes your standards higher. Not someone who shames you. Someone who reminds you who you said you wanted to become. A gym partner, a study partner, a writing group, a mentor, a friend who checks in. A community that celebrates effort, not perfection. But here is the warning: do not turn discipline into performance. Do not post every workout just to be seen. Do not announce every goal just to receive applause. Do not confuse public attention with private transformation. The most important work still happens when no one is clapping. Social support should strengthen the habit, not replace the identity. The quiet accountability pact: choose one person. Tell them, I'm building this habit. I do not need hype. I need accountability. Then agree on one simple check-in. Every Friday, one message. Did you do it? Yes or no? No drama. No shame. Just evidence. This keeps you honest without turning your growth into a performance. Now I want you to choose one brain trick from this video. The 10-second start. The dopamine sandwich. The friction flip. The identity mirror. The proof wall. The lazy brain agreement. The passenger seat rule. The quiet accountability pact. Choose one and use it for the next 7 days. Do not try to fix your whole life at once. One habit. One trick. 7 days. Comment below, I'm starting with _. Your answer is your first vote for the person you are becoming. Now listen carefully. If you keep trying to build discipline through shame, you will keep repeating the same cycle: motivation, effort, resistance, failure, guilt, self-hatred. A new promise, then failure again. Not because you are broken, because shame is not a system. Shame may create a short burst of action, but it does not create a life. If you keep relying on motivation, you will be controlled by your mood. If you keep trusting willpower, you will collapse when life gets stressful. If you keep making habits too big, you will keep avoiding the start. If you keep surrounding yourself with distractions, your brain will keep choosing the easiest reward. And if you keep saying, I'm just not disciplined, you will build an identity around failure. But imagine the opposite. Imagine waking up and not needing a motivational speech. Your clothes are ready. Your phone is across the room. Your first task is written down. Your habit is small enough to start. Your progress is visible. Your reward is waiting. Your identity is clear. You are no longer begging your brain to cooperate. You have designed a life where cooperation becomes natural. That is when discipline stops feeling like punishment. It starts feeling like self-respect. It starts feeling like peace. It starts feeling like power. If this video helped you see discipline differently, like this video and subscribe to the channel. And comment, I'm redesigning my discipline. Also, tell me the first habit you're going to redesign. Working out? Reading? Writing? Studying? Waking up early? Building your business? Saving money? Your comment might help someone else realize they are not lazy. They just need a better system. So how do you trick your brain into liking discipline? You stop trying to dominate it. You understand it. You make the action smaller than resistance. You attach discipline to reward. You make bad habits inconvenient. You connect habits to identity. You make progress visible. You design your environment for your tired self. You stop waiting to feel ready. And you use accountability without turning your growth into performance. This is the truth. Discipline is not built by hating yourself into action. It is built by designing a world where the best version of you has fewer obstacles. Your brain does not need to be your enemy. It can become your ally, but only when you stop expecting it to behave like a machine, and start guiding it like a human system. Every small action is a vote. Every repeated choice is evidence. Every designed environment is a quiet promise. And one day, you will look back and realize discipline did not arrive as a lightning strike. It arrived as a path. One small action at a time. One better system at a time. One new identity at a time. You do not need to become perfect. You just need to make the next right action easier. And then repeat it until your brain begins to believe, this is who I am now. I'll see you in the next video. Stay disciplined, stay human, and keep becoming.